Volcanoes are openings in the ground that release its energy from deep inside the planet. For example, miles under our feet is a raging inferno, and the deeper you go, the hotter it gets. Volcanoes form when some of the hot liquid rock squeezes through gases between plates.
The Earth's core is about as hot as the surface of the sun. All that energy wants to escape. It pushes out, forcing the mantle towards the sun. However, standing in the way is the crust, our planet's rocky outer layer. The rigid crust keeps the mantle material trapped below, and when it erupts, it's kind of like when you open a soda can.
In some places, the mantle forms pockets of magma, molten rock mixed with hot gas. The liquid magma is much less dense than the solid stuff surrounding it, so it begins to rise. As it rises, the dissolved gases form bubbles that rush to escape, shooting the magma up a bit faster. When the magma reaches the surface, it is called lava.
Layers of hardened lava build up over ages of time into the mountain-like form that today we call volcanoes.
There are so many effects of a volcano. First, magma rises up inside the volcano. Over time, there's so much pressure from the magma that the volcano is forced to erupt. And there are so many effects of what a volcano can do. One is they can damage buildings and their buildings. For example, hot lava can reach a building and people might not have time to leave. Volcanoes can do scary things like erupting without any warning. Also, volcanoes can have pyroclastic flows, which are fast-moving, very hot, and dangerous. Another thing volcanoes can do is affect the lava flows, hot ash flows, avalanches, floods, falling ash, and mudslides. These are a few of the many effects of a volcano.
You can measure plants, building blocks, and paper, but did you know that you can measure volcanoes? Scientists have developed a chart that helps them compare different volcanic eruptions. They will look at the characteristics such as rigor or an eruption and the amount of material in an eruption cloud. These scientists will also check the height of an eruption cloud, the duration of an eruption, and other characteristics. Then they give an eruption cloud explosivity index VEI number. Volcanic eruptions vary in size and explosiveness. Volcanologists take a number of factors into account when they determine the biggest of a volcanic eruption. Small volcanoes occur more frequently, and truly colossal volcanoes don't happen very often. For a large eruption, it takes much more time for the gas pressure to build up.
Here are some safety tips for volcanoes. Try to stay away from active volcanoes. If you live close to an active volcano, make sure you have goggles, a mask, flashlight, and battery-operated radio in a safety kit. If the volcano does erupt, make sure to evacuate with authorities' instructions. When you leave, wear a mask, goggles, or glasses, no contacts, along with long sleeves and long pants. Try to avoid driving, but if you have to, go under 35 miles per hour.
There are many different types of volcanoes in the world. However, nothing like the Krakatoa volcano. In 1883, the Krakatoa erupted and it was heard thousands of miles away. It erupted many times, but not as bad as this one. The volcano was spewing ash and it erupted with shock waves, which went all around the world. This caused huge tsunamis. There was smoke everywhere. Thousands of people died. It was one of the world's worst eruptions. Krakatoa grew more unstable. Soon new vents opened. People noticed black clouds of smoke. On August 26, Krakatoa erupted every 10 seconds. Thick scenes of ash and dust reached 17 miles, 27 kilometers into the air. Hot lava started raining on ships 19 kilometers away from the island. The eruption continued, creating ocean waves which grew more powerful. The rough, watery smoky clouds, trembling earth probably made it seem like the world was ending. The eruption went on a whole new level. Huge explosions created giant tsunamis that rose 120 feet high, 37 meters high. These deadly waves washed away hundreds of villages. The tsunami, together with hot clouds of ash, gas, dust, and rock, killed 10,000s of people. There were 4 major explosions that tore apart Krakatoa. The wall of the volcano were collapsing. Water went inside, creating explosive steam. The last of the 4 explosions was the strongest. It is still considered the most violent in world history. People 3,000 miles away, 5,000 kilometers, still heard and felt the blast. A blanket of ash and smoke hung 50 miles, 80 kilometers above the ground. As you can see, Krakatoa was a huge eruption which killed lots of people, and today it still erupts.
There are many volcanoes around the world, including Mount Fuji, Mount St. Helens, and Krakatoa. Let's start with Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is located in Japan and it's dormant. Because it's dormant, the last time it erupted was 1773. Mount Fuji is a stratovolcano, so it took 7 million years to form.
Another volcano is Krakatoa. It is located in Indonesia and it is a dormant volcano. The last time it erupted was August 27, 1883. It was a huge eruption. The sound was heard from 3,000 miles away. The eruption caused huge waves and it killed 36,000 people.
Mount St. Helens is located in Washington State, United States. It is active and a stratovolcano. The last eruption for Mount St. Helens was in May 1980.